Welcome to Squeaky After Dark. You know I like to hit that note. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'm always glad to be here with you guys. If I can just get serious just for a moment today and talk about when you're going through that storm and you can't see your way out. I recently was talking to a gentleman today, and he was telling me how his son got into a car accident 7 months ago and died. And it affected me in so many ways because I didn't have the words to say. All I could do was listen. And sometimes just listening is more than enough. When I get into a situation where I feel like I can't see my way out or there's no end to the tunnel, I always say Psalms 23 over and over and over again. Yea, through though Squeaky walk through the valley of shadow of death, Squeaky will fear no. There's no comfort like the comfort of the Lord. And I know a lot of us will find ourselves in a situation and we don't believe there's no out or there's no end to the pain and the suffering. And some people say, why God, why? And that's all he said. He said, I don't go to church anymore because all I can do is say why. And we're not allowed to question God. Why do we go through the things we go through? Is it a test? Is it a trial? Is it God trying to teach us something? Is it God trying to show us something? I really can't put my finger on it. And do I ever question God? Absolutely not. I know I go through so many storms and trials and tribulations where I'll be like, where can I find that strength? And if you can tell me where you find your strength, that would be awesome. You can go to Squeakyafterdark.com and submit an email to let me know where you find your strength. So when someone comes to me and they are in turmoil or they're in distress or they're in some pain, we all experience our own type of pain. And God knows just the amount that you can bear. And he never put too much on us than we can bear. And I know people hear that so many times and it's like, but you don't know what I'm going through, or you don't know my struggle, you don't experience the same pain that I experience. God may think you're stronger than me, or God may think that I'm stronger than you, so he'll allow me to bear a little bit more. But for those of us that experience a loss and then we run from God, I don't necessarily think that's the answer. The answer may be he wants you to run to him. He wants you to seek him. People think that money can solve their problems, or think that, they can find their own way out. But the answer is in God. He said he's a keeper and he's a comforter, and he'll love on you if you need him to. I know I sleep alone many a nights, and I sleep with my Bible right next to me as my husband, because those nights when it gets cold and dark and lonely or even desperate, you run to the Lord for those answers. And I find it so strange because you will think, hey, he's not here in the physical, but he's here in the spiritual. And he'll comfort you. He'll find words. He'll send people. And it's not necessarily a he, because God could be omnipotent, omnipower, omnipresent. He's all those things to all of us. So for those of you out there that are experiencing that pain and you need a comforter, the comforter lies within the Lord. I experience my own pains, and I seek refuge in Jesus. He has all the answers. This too will pass, and I know I've said that saying before, but this too will pass. The pain may, reside in you for a long period of time, but eventually he'll help you overcome that, and you can move forward in life and go to that next journey. So that was the beginning. I wanted to just first talk about how, you should be grateful for where you are in your life, because it could be a lot worse. You can be experiencing a lot more pain. Like, I know one particular girl who came to me and she was telling me how she was going through a broken heart and how she was dealing with someone who, kept treating her bad and not, showing her all the love that she was showing him. But in the end, God will seek refuge for you. God will be the one who answers all your questions and all your prayers. Don't try and fight the battle alone. Don't try and fight this warfare that the devil has put before you. Don't try and fight that by yourself. Seek God and counsel from God so that he can give you the answers, so that he can make you feel better in your pain until that storm passes. I have these plants around me because sometimes you need something earthly around you to make you feel better, something that's living, something that's growing, because we have to continue to grow every day no matter what pain we're experiencing, no matter what turmoil or what storm that we're going through at that time. God set us up before that storm comes. That's why you got to be covered. You got to be covered in prayer, and you have to be prayed up, because the devil is out to destroy you. Especially if you try and put positivity into the world. If you try to be a good person, the devil is going to send negativity your way. The devil's going to send storms. God sends storms. And we just have to try and weather those storms. We have to be strong. We have to be strong for one another. I know it's not easy to be strong, especially when you're going through it and you're crying, and the Bible teaches us that weeping endures for a night and joy comes in the morning. That joy does come if you allow it, if you welcome it in. But if you keep blocking it with, the devastation of what you're going through, if you keep blocking it with sorrow and blocking it with the pity parties and the sadness, then that joy can't seep through. Then that sun can't shine on your situation. That day can't be brighter. And what I like to do is go to the water, and I throw it all in the water, and how the universe, everything just kind of moves in a circular motion. God will come through for you. He will answer your prayers. He'll take away that pain. He'll send that spouse, that husband, that wife that you so desires. He'll help you take away that loneliness. He'll help your finances. He'll help you, whatever situation that you may be experiencing at this time. God is a keeper. Don't ever let your situations make you run from God. Seek your refuge in God. Look for God. Seek God's face. I always try and seek God's face before those storms come, so that I'm prayed up, having the armor guard of God as your protection. People will let you down. Man will fail you. The Bible teaches us that every day. Experiences teaches us that every day. We're human. Promises were made to be broken, some of them. And God has never, his word has never, ever come back void. If he says he's going to do it for you, he's going to do it. You just got to believe it. You just got to believe it in your heart. Believe it in your mind, and accept that peace. That peace that passes all understanding. And that's how you get your joy back. So for all of those of you out there that's experiencing suffering or loss or pain or heartache or disaster or even financial difficulties, God is going to send some answers. God is going to be there for you. This is your year, 2013, where God is answering prayers. He's sending help your way. So don't lose faith. Don't ever give up, because I'm hanging in there for you. Hang in there for me. And we just got to keep on praying, because prayer changes things. God bless you. I am love. I am peace. And I am God. Lord, help us all. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Bye.